Okay, this title just looks way too insane to not click on. Moist critical is what Nietzsche warned us about. Old Greek philosopher, I believe. Well, what did they warn us about, Charlie? That getting all of your opinions off of Reddit and doing none of your own research is dangerous? Let's find out. By the way, I like Charlie. I don't like to clarify. I like Charlie. But people considering him the voice of reason is insane to me because all he does is parrot Reddit. I hate to be the guy who says it, but it's the truth.
Not clips. These are mags.
If Friedrich Nietzsche was alive today, he would fucking hate Moist Critical.
I searched for great human beings. I always found only the apes of their ideals.
Yep.
Moist Critical is seen as loving, compassionate, humble, and always looking out for the little guy. But I can see through the facade, and this is because
he's a lizard, isn't he?
every educated philosopher knows that he's a fraud, a liar.
You would get significantly more rapists and pedophiles if you took ICE and brought them to the White House. An administration is actively covering up a massive child sex trafficking operation and letting tons of evil people get away with this, tons of clients.
The crowd,
I get very, oh my God. I feel like a lot of people on the right are feeling very vindicated by the full release of the Epstein files and realizing how Obama and Clinton and fucking what the fuck, Sleepy Joe could have released this and they all didn't, probably for a reason, right, guys? And Trump's the one who did. Speaks volumes.
people crave a great leader, someone who is moral, just, and someone who can make an actual difference. That is why so many celebrities like Billie Eilish saying, oh, the immigrants.
No one is illegal on stolen land.
Motherfuckers crying, tears in her eyes over that performative ass garbage. Good Lord. Sorry, I had to get the saliva out of my fucking mouth and just make myself not want to vomit. Holy fucking, dude, that take alone. Oh, really? Okay, ma'am. Take care of 5 immigrants in your house? Well, I don't want to take care of them, but I want you guys to take care of them. Listen, man, if every single political activist were to take illegal immigrants into their homes, nothing but respect. But I'm so tired of them saying the USA needs to take care of them. Okay, can they stay with you? No. Why the fuck do you think you don't want to live with them? But you should force that on everybody else. Get a grip.
They get so much praise, act like moral people because they're under obligation to, because you're famous, because you have power. We expect you to do a lot with it. And this is a conversation about the audience pressuring the artist.
Well, gotta do this because I'm expected to. Like, anytime I go live, most of chat is just telling me about the latest in whatever's happening in the creator space or some other, like, extremely negative thing going on. And it's like, okay, well, it's all very sad, bad stuff. And it's been making me not happy.
This really...
Oh, to be fair, I totally understand that, bro. There is so much bullshit. There's so much bullshit happening in the world. And it used to affect me too, but now I'm just numb to it. And I've accepted the reality for what it is, that the world is a painful place. Men's lives are built by pain, and all men that are actually worth a fuck are completely built by pain. Look through history over the past 400, 2,000 years. Every man worth remembering lived a very, very painful life. So get used to it. Stop being a pussy and lock the fuck in.
Realization was uploaded 1 year ago, but if you check his content now, he has completely reverted into being the person he tried to avoid, talking about negative drama. Ooh, Epstein, oh, punching a dog, Roblox, pedophiles, Discord sucks.
We are so used to disguising ourselves from others that we end by disguising ourselves from ourselves.
Nietzsche is aware of the social pressures we have to face every day. You must act a certain way. Because you are this, you must do that. And it is up to you. Do you have enough courage to deny what people want out of you? And unfortunately, Moist Critical is not strong enough.
But I definitely think I'm gonna be pumping the brakes on, like, the kind of drama I have been covering recently. And
I'll be real, man. I don't think, and I'm going to have Moist Critical's back here, I really don't think that Moist Critical is covering drama. He's covering serious issues to him, which I believe goes above and beyond drama. I mean, like, the content creator space as well as the world, like, people are considering drama like people, like, committing, like, fucking crimes. And, like, now what used to be, like, a daily drama is, like, a daily fucking lawsuit. Like, the world's fucked. I don't think this is him being hypocritical at all.
instead, I'm going to go back to focusing on the content that I'm most happy with. Like, if you ask me what content I'm most proud of throughout my entire time on this platform for the last, like, 17, 18 years, none of it would be drama coverage. It'd be things like Skynut. It'd be things like shooting a potato at a tennis racket to see if you can make french fries in midair by frying.
However, another inverse take is there was a big period where that video was posted where it was popular to shit on all drama creators and to denounce drama. But the reality is that it's important. It actually is that people talk about the fucked up shit that people do. It is very important that not only the bad actors get a platform, but everybody talks about the reality of what is actually happening, right? Because there's too many people who will act with agenda, and then there will be people who act with accordance with reality. And it's very important that people who consider themselves above the noise to be there to actually properly address what is happening. Do I want to do a Charlie hit piece? Absolutely. Why wouldn't I? It would be hilarious. But in this scenario, I don't really think that what he's saying is, one, necessarily dangerous, or two, necessarily problematic. Sure, over a year ago, he said he hated drama, and now he's talking about the Epstein files. I don't really see a problem with it.
Them in hot oil.
This silly little bitch admits that he doesn't like doing drama content, he doesn't like doing negativity content, but talking and creating creative stuff, doing things that he likes to do. But where is that? I don't see it on the channel. Oh, there it is. It's a blip into what he actually posts. And people don't like to believe this, but every person that does social media does it for the views and monies. As much as they say they don't care about it, they obviously do it. That's why he talks about trending topics, negativity, because it sells way better than whatever shit content he wants to actually.
I would also like to take a hard stance against this. Yes, there obviously are performative people who are doing it purely for the views. But a lot of people, and I'm just going to be honest, I'm going to suck my own dick for a little bit. If I wanted to make money, I would still be playing Genshin Impact right now. I want to make it very clear. I was making $2-3 million a year just playing Genshin Impact. And that was sustainable for at least another 6-7 years. I would have had somewhere between 15 and $20 million in my bank account. Could have called it a day. But instead, I like talking about real world issues now. I like talking about who fucking sucks in the space. I like talking about weird ass memes, and I'll be real. Sponsors don't want to approach me with a 10-foot fucking pole. They do not. Nobody wants to get involved with sponsoring politics. And another person like this is Nick Fuentes. Sponsors aren't going to approach him at all. Absolutely not. You can't cover right-leaning politics without getting demonetized. You simply just can't. Where are all of the Asmongold sponsors? I know, they don't exist. Maybe like, what, one every 2 months? It's very hard getting into sponsorships for things that a lot of the overwhelming public want to have hidden. People don't like when you tell the truth. They don't like when you cover things from an unbiased perspective. They don't. They want you to say left-leaning good. Everybody can do whatever they want to do. But the problem is that leads to the destruction of our civilization.
Nick, and there's this fork in the road. Do you chase the views and attention, or do you do things you want? Well, obviously, he does the drama content, even though he knows and admits it hurts his soul. You can't live in a positive world with negative thoughts. And Friedrich Nietzsche would disapprove of anything other than being your true self.
But dude, now it's time to stand on business about that take. You can't just farm Discord hate, because that's public opinion, when you have constantly.
I think saying that Charlie's wrong because he says he doesn't like drama content and then makes it, sure, it's a little bit hypocritical, but I also don't blame him because it's just like, it's all anybody's ever talking about. It really is, right? But I also think that Charlie is absolutely a hypocrite. He goes back on his takes all the time, and not because he's changed his mind, but because public perception has changed. And that does need to be addressed. Absolutely. Bro does not stand on business at all, right? And he'll try to brain gap people into forgetting that he ever said these things, which is, it sucks.
Put them on the fire for that exact reason.
I would like to still say that I don't think Charlie's a bad guy, but he is definitely massively hypocritical.
For context, Moist Critical has made a lot of morality bait. Ooh, pedophiles,
Yes.
Roblox is bad. They need to moderate the game better. And then
Which they absolutely do.
Discord recently came out with a new moderation where you need to verify your age, and he's very upset about it. But there's a contradiction. You want Roblox to moderate, but you're upset that Discord is moderating.
One of the big criticisms.
Well, the big issue that I have with Discord adding IDs to, get access to Discord is mainly due to the fact that Discord leaks data all the time. And I can understand if users are they're a little bit shaken up that the program that has frequent data leaks now has their government ID on it. Yeah, it's a little bit worrisome.
Of Roblox that has existed for years is how poorly they handle predators on Roblox.
But realistically, who gives a fuck? A lot of people will use the situation as a way to put him down. He's a fence sitter. He doesn't think for himself.
Yes.
But I genuinely believe he's not a liar, but he is someone who's so lost and confused in his own identity, trying to play politics, trying to get everyone to like him, that he is lost. He doesn't know what reality.
It's very simple. Charlie is a guy who regurgitates Reddit's opinion. If Reddit's opinion changes, Charlie's opinion changes. You can tell a lot about a person if they have no unpopular opinions, right? Like, and I get shit all the time for my unpopular opinions, right? And I know what the public wants me to say, and I know what the public wants me to do, but my problem is I'm a real-ass bitch in a fake-ass world. And I'm going to say some shit that's going to polarize people, and I'm going to say some shit that's going to alienize people. But at the end of the day, I can still look at myself and realize, hey, man, I'm a good-ass dude, right? Charlie is kind of just like a dude who gets all of his information off of Reddit and then just says it out loud, and if it ever changes, he'll just regurgitate it without explaining how he got to that conclusion. And the reason why that is because he doesn't know how he got to that conclusion other than, well, he read the newest Reddit article. Is what it is. And the worst thing is, a lot of people are like that. A lot of the reasons why people like Twitch streamers, I'm not saying it's any of you guys, but a lot of people don't know what their opinion is until the internet tells them what their opinion is. And that's kind of the problem with sheep mentality and the hardest issue on the internet. And that's why a lot of people can be radicalized into ill causes because they won't look into anything for themselves. They just hear what Hassan says and then they regurgitate it. That's how it goes.
Reality is, he doesn't know what his opinions are, and that is so sad, but something nobody cares about because you're fucking rich. 38 million just from YouTube. What about the ads? He definitely has 100 M's. Who gives a fuck? Go fuck yourself.
In my head, it's just like
that guy just put 2/3 of a creator's income comes from sponsor. It's highly different. That's not a blanket statement at all, right? Like for me, like right now, $0 comes from sponsors right now. $0. Before then, like 40%. 2/3 is pretty damn high, not gonna lie.
a lot of self-doubt. I'm not even depressed. I'm not sad. It's just for some reason I'm having like a lot of self-doubt because it's out of fear of stepping back from what I'm primarily known for, which is content creation, and pursuing another goal.
People are making fun of Cenat for being performative, quitting live stream. You fucking pussy bitch, if I was rich. But what they don't understand is Cenat has the self-awareness to realize that when he's on stream, he can't actually express himself because the audience expects him to act like a monkey, jump around, and just negatively stereotype the black character. And here's the truth. Once he tries to step outside of the mold, people will hate him for it because you're not dancing the way I want you to dance.
Very fair take. However, I do believe a lot of Kai's channel, Kai's Mind, was very performative because the moment he plugged it, got the good PR, well, then he just stopped posting on it. And I don't really know what more hard evidence you need that was just a publicity stunt, and it is what it is, and I stand by that.
And Nietzsche wants you to become who you are.
And it's also Kai's fault for cultivating that audience. So, I mean, live by the sword, die by the sword, man. If you don't want your chat to expect that of you, then don't do that. It's nobody's fault but his own.
Keyword, become, because we don't know who we are. It's a constant problem we're trying to solve. And why are we hating on him for trying to become who he is? By the way, this video, it's not my video.
How can you call someone's outfit ugly if they think it's cool? And how can you make fun of someone's music taste if it's enjoyed by millions? How come humans are so quick to judge as if it's
because they look gay as fuck. Yep.
our job and as if our opinion matters to anyone but us?
Oh, it does. Trust me. Comment any hate post on any influencer. They'll have a fucking breakdown because the comment got 3 upvotes. Trust me, it matters.
Why is it so difficult for us to accept that our tastes and preferences are entirely individual, and that no matter how popular or unpopular they are, there's no such thing as an objective standard of beauty?
I'm gonna be real, bro. People like to kids, and I think that they should be in jail, right? So this whole argument of, well, they like it, so it's fine, doesn't work, buddy. It doesn't. That's not how that works. You can say that's how that works, and what you're saying is very pretty, that everyone's opinion of beauty is their own. Okay, well, if it crosses a certain line, they can go fuck themselves. So yeah, everything's down for scrutiny. And I'll be real, like if you dressing, okay, listen, bro, if you cut, I've made a lot of hot takes this video. I'm gonna not say what I was about to say. Let's continue.
Video is a little stupid because beauty is objective. There are inherent biases that we have, but the general theme is Moist Critical loves to put judgments onto any and everything. But here,
I have to filter myself a little bit sometimes, guys. Sorry. Sometimes I get a little bit into impassioned. I was off the internet for half a year, so I got very used to just saying it how it is without having to worry about what the fuck it is that I'm saying. I'm trying just to, you know, maybe just reduce the heat a little bit. Sometimes I turn the heat up a little bit too much.
here's the problem. Even if the thing is objectively bad and it's justified to hate on that thing, it is not good for your soul. This taps into the wrathful side of our brain. If you don't know, the Roman coliseum was fucking crazy. People...
Dude, they need to bring that shit back. Holy fuck, that shit would be so cool. Bro, if when 2 people got beef, they got thrown into the arena, Whoever kills the other person is right. Oh my God, that would be fucking awesome.
Who are completely pacifist. Once they enter, they start screaming, shouting, cheering on for death because people deep down want to hate on something.
And he goes to study law, but then he falls again. This time it's the gladiatorial contests. I'm just not going to look. I'll put my hands above my eyes, and then I won't be bothered by it. Even if you drag my body into this place, you can't fasten my mind and eyes on these shows.
This is a very long story, but to put it short, Alypius strongly opposes and detests gladiatorial spectacles, but then his friend drags him to the Roman Coliseum and he hears all the screaming, and over time he falls under the temptation and becomes a mindless drone that screams for death. It's the exact same story with was critical with Cenat, and it's two diverging paths of people who actually decided to change, and who gives a fuck about them? I genuinely don't care. Sure. But it's a story of the crowd, people like you watching, because I guarantee you a big motivator to why people stuck for so long is because it's either I'm hating on someone you really like or I'm hating on someone you don't like.
For me, man, and I'm just going to be honest, I don't care whether you're feeding into my narrative. I don't care if you're tearing apart my narrative. I just like hearing people's perspectives. And I really do try to live my life by that. I don't care whether we agree or disagree. I just like hearing your opinion. I've talked to Asmon. I've talked to Destiny. I've talked to Saint Tontas. I've talked to Captain Cabernet. I don't care. I like expanding my worldview. I like expanding my perspective. And I like hearing why people think the way they think. I think it's one of the most beautiful things in this world is being connected to as many different lifestyles and people as possible. Listen, man, whether you're black, Asian, Mexican, or normal, I don't care. I love talking to everybody. I really do. And, you know, it's really helped me level up as a human being to understand as much as I possibly can. Some guy in general chat says, not gonna lie, I believe Tectone lost a little too much weight. You are right. I have not been to the gym in 2.5 weeks because I'm waiting for my smoking hot fiance to heal up, and then I'm about to get into the gym and we're gonna get bigger again. Give me a fucking week to get the pump back up. Okay, you fucking pussies? So any of you guys in my Discord chat and general chat talking right now, I keep general chat open the whole fucking stream. You little fucking queer. All right? Shut the fuck up. I don't look small. I'm 6'6". I could put you into a fucking dough ball and throw you out a window. Anyways, back to it.
Now, please wake up, open your eyes, look at all the media that's being fed to you. There is always some conflict involved. You can't even watch the Super Bowl without all of the conflicts. Oh, look at the games. Or obviously.
Well, listen, guys, I'm going to give a hot take. Super Bowls in America, halftime show should have been in English. You can be mad at me, and I don't care. But football is the most American thing on earth. It is. Let's just do the halftime show in English. All right, let's celebrate America for a little bit. It would be great. That's just me. Anyways.
The news is very obvious, but they're always trying to create hatred, conflict, because that's what captures our attention. That's why the Roman Coliseum was so successful. Even religious, pacifistic people enter the Coliseum and they're immediately swayed by the energy. Don't get swayed by the energy. Don't be moist critical. Be like Cenat. Isn't that funny?
And the niggas start reading books. He think he's Shakespeare, all type of shit. And it's like niggas ain't fucking with him no more. You get what I'm saying? Because he not doing what he used to doing. When you in the entertainment business, you can't change. So the thing about me, I sat back and realized, I'm like, hold on, I can't change. I can't come on here and try to be a different me. I gotta be the same nigga as last year.
This video is not about moist.
One of the biggest, most beneficial thing you can do in your life is remove the people who are preventing you from changing and becoming the best version of yourself. If you are someone who's trying to get into the gym and work out, and all they say is, no, you're fat, you're a lazy piece of shit, you'll never do it. Or, do you remember when you did this? Do you remember when you did that? Fuck them, bro. Fuck those clowns. Surround yourself with people who want to make you better, not hold you back and be worse. My opinion. Cut those motherfuckers off immediately.
Critical or Cenat. It's about you and how people also don't want you to change. But why don't they want you to change? If you enjoyed the philosophy without the fluff, I recommend.
Because change is hard and other people need to do it and they're lazy. So they want to hold you back. That way they feel comfortable being the same worst version of themselves.
You join the school community. It's free. You can talk to a lot of people about your interest and get a little bit of advice, self-improvement. If you're a complete idiot that loves brain rot, I recommend the Discord. Check out the Patreon.
Great video. I believe you were off about a couple points, but I understand where you're coming from, and that's all I can really ask for.